Djamil, tell us what we'll do when Bright hacks our system.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll not let him hack you. We'll protect you. Good morning, everyone. So I hope that you had a good rest yesterday and ready for what I have to present. You've been hacked. What next? When I was reading that title, something was wrong somewhere. And this is why I preferred to put this picture on screen. Which one is first? We'll move back. Do we wait to be hacked and then have that response plan? Or we need to have that response plan before? Quick question for you guys. Let's forget about cybersecurity. Which one came first? The chicken or the egg?
Right. If you have an answer to that, we've got two microphones. One is over here and one on the other side. Which one came first, the chicken or the egg? You can be able to approach the microphone and then introduce yourself and answer the question.
We'll solve the mystery today. Come on, guys, don't be shy. No one? Which one came first, the chicken or the egg? Both. Please.
Depends if you want to have breakfast or dinner.
That's a good one. So I think, when I was reading on the net, I'm not an expert into this. What I read is that it's the chicken that came first because they had the protein to have the eggshells. And that's how evolution of it happened. But in our case, so coming back to cybersecurity, so we need to have the plan, obviously, before being hacked. So I want to run a small video for you. There is the sound as well that I cannot hear. Maybe if we can restart it with the sound, please.
These guys are good. Let's get to work. A hot little startup with a great idea. Their target, a ProPass. Offices in 12 countries, 5,000 staff. You'd think they'd be secure, wouldn't you? Make some noise. Pulse. A smokescreen. A decoy breach to hide what they're really after. Confidential information hidden in the depths of the system. Still here?
The computer's crashed.
Join the club. See you Monday.
It's okay for some.
Right now, the chances are someone, somewhere, is attacking you. And you don't even know it.
Okay, chaps. We're in.
I bet you're wondering how they got this far.
Give us a smile. Lovely. She's in.
Sensitive passwords and system details from a keystroke logger hidden under a desk for 6 months.
You got it?
Easy.
These guys, they know it all. Except, a few weeks earlier, a ProBass were hit by a smaller breach. It made the board stop and think how vulnerable they were. So they brought in the experts. It's never just an IT issue. They carried out cybersecurity training from boardroom to basement, identifying what was critical to the business. Threat and intelligence monitoring. They planned a cyber incident response and brought in their own ethical hackers to test the systems and make honeypots to trap the attackers. They reviewed the whole business from New York to Tokyo and devised a game plan for any breach.
Make some noise. We're in.
It's a denial of service attack. We're just monitoring the situation.
Have they got into any accounts?
Very clever. Someone else bangs on the windows while you hide in the cellar.
They're onto us.
I'll try blocking them.
Is it working?
I don't know.
Well, I need to know, Gil. Is it working?
Lena, launch your worm.
These guys are good. They're really good.
They're blocking us.
Try again.
They're blocking us!
Try again!
Straight to me. Gotcha. Good, but not good enough.
You're okay. Traffic's blocked.
You can win, but there's always a next time.
Who's next?
Kobashi Tech.
Criminals just get smarter,
Who have we got for the smoke screen?
Take your pick.
and they're everywhere. A breach will happen, and when it does, will you be ready?
I would like to thank Torvesh for reminding me to include this video in the presentation when we were busy preparing that in office. So he told me, why not put that video? Funny thing is about this video, it dates approximately 10 years back. 10 years back that video was made, and up to today, you know, our life is as exciting as this movie that it is there. So we are here to protect against the bad guys, and this is what is happening. So for me, the key word that I take from this video is that we are looking from boardroom to basement. So we need to have that response plan. So if that organization was not prepared, so the damage would have been there. So this is the theory about what an incident response plan is, and it's a never-ending loop. We continuously need to prepare ourselves, we need to evaluate ourselves, we need to have the detection and analysis, we need to have the process to have the containment, eradication, and recovery, and post-incident activity, and it just goes on like this. There's something that I would like to highlight here is that we have a lot of customers that are investing in SIM solutions. And these SIM solutions, what they do, they need to take the indication of compromise, the IOCs that we need to have to be able to protect and to have that visibility. So until and unless we have that platform that is giving us that visibility, that is giving us that security, that SIM solution will have to rely on these. And hackers are getting very intelligent, so they have that smoke screen that they put in front of us. So they have a decoy attack that happens, and there is the main attack that happens. So we need to make sure that we are protected and that we are making the best of the security technologies that we have in it, be it from any vendor. So it's important that at the end of the day, it's the customer that is being protected. So I would like to take a bit from the first presentation, you know, as a continuity. There was one question that came up, whether it's more secure on-premise or on the cloud. I would say none. Both are equivalently risky. The vulnerabilities are there, and it all depends about how you have implemented the solution and the security. Hosting providers are there to give you hosting services, not security services. So all these services are also available as security as a service, and it's important that we look at it from a holistic perspective to make sure that we are protecting all the vectors from which attacks can happen. Well, I will not go for the theory of the post-breach or implementation plan because I can take a few days to talk about this. So let's talk a bit about the communication plan. So we need to treat communication with care. Stakeholders need to be informed, but we need to know what we are talking. You know, any sensitive things in the course of the action, when the action is hot, we are trying to communicate whatever we are sending on WhatsApp, whatever we are sending by email, how we are going to present that to the stakeholders, be it the customers, be it our internal employees, be it the board members. It's extremely important that we know how we are communicating, and it's not just an IT issue here. It's our PR person that needs to be involved. We need to be prepared for that plan. We need to have the incident response process itself included. What are we going to do? How we are going to do? Why we are going to take such steps? And the last point with regards to my question that I had before is with regards to law enforcement. We need to understand what are the implications. I talked about cyber insurance. We get hit by a ransomware. Are we picking that from our pocket, or it's the insurance company that's going to help us? So we need to know what law enforcement says so that we don't get sued and we do things properly. So as everyone has been mentioning, businesses have changed, so has the user expectations. And today we are full of business challenges. We have the cyber challenges, we have the COVID challenges, environmental one, and so on. And it can lead to financial and reputational consequences within our environment. So I think every single day when we look on LinkedIn, we look at all the international newspapers, we are saying that attacks is happening almost every day. And it's not only one organization, one country, it's multiple organizations all across the globe. So on the slide here, there is a small mistake because of the front. It's 83% of employers now that said that they had successful shift towards having a secure workforce working from anywhere. And 61% of executives are consolidating workspace into at least one premier business district location. So these are a bit the statistics about what is happening, and we need to be prepared for these new challenges. So due to time, I'm just trying to move quickly. So we have an evolving threat landscape. We have compliance regulations that we need to adhere to. Data Protection Act is here. We need to put a proper DLP solution in place. When putting that proper solution in place, we need to make sure that we are securing all the different channels that we have. It's not only closing the door and leaving the windows open. So we have that integrated solution that is comprehensive and protect all our customers. And as a CISO, as someone responsible for the security of the organization, we have all these challenges that we can see all around the screen. Device proliferation, multi-cloud, increased agility, and so on. So all these things need to be taken into consideration so that we don't reach that breach stage. Someone might try to attack us, but it should not be a disastrous consequence. It should be something that is contained, and we are sure that we are protecting ourselves. So the issue, again, to come a bit to the SASE model, is that we have a lot of good solutions, but most solutions are not up to the challenge in the sense that we cannot have that visibility, that integration between all these different solutions. So having point solutions is something, then complexity to manage, complexity in terms of contracting, and so on. So we need to move everything to the cloud, which is happening right now. So how do I do that? Are all my different vendors already aligned, and so on? So good enough solutions as well. So we have solutions that can address these kind of things. And again, we are here, so please feel free to drop by so we can have a conversation. If you want us to have an engagement, a sort of workshop session, so something that we do a lot with CIOs, with the IT security team, with the risk and compliance team, we sit in one room, we discuss about the risk, the vulnerabilities that you can have. We can show you a roadmap of the cybersecurity journey, where we are today, how we are going to take it. We are not saying that day one, day two, everything will be perfect. It's a journey, and we can accompany you during that journey. So today we are talking about a Symantec security platform, whereby all the different components that is required with regards to cybersecurity is taken care of. So again, please feel free to meet with us. You have our details as well. We can engage together, and from there on, we'll be able to discuss about more details. And the most important thing that I think is one of the strengths that we have is our global intelligence network, whereby we are analyzing so much data. We know what is happening all around the world, and this information is propagated towards our customers in view of protecting them. That's it for me. I'm seeing time is up, unfortunately. It would have been a pleasure to discuss much more, but again, feel free to reach out and then we'll discuss. Thank you.